broad approach ensures that multiple areas crucial to addressing climate change are integrated within a single framework. In the second place is the establishment of the Climate Change Fund, which is found in Part 9, Section 34 to 37 of the bill, where we say that creating a dedicated fund for climate action is a significant strength, because this fund can provide the necessary financial resources to support green economy projects, capacity building, and technology transfer, which then reduces the reliance on external funding. And the third place is the institutional framework. And under the bill, we see that it establishes several bodies such as the Green Economy and Climate Change Council and the Technical Committee, which are crucial for ensuring accountability, oversight, as well as streamlined decision-making. Then we have alignment with international agreements, where we see that by domestically implementing the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Paris Agreement, the bill demonstrates Zambia's commitment to global climate efforts and positions the country as a cooperative partner in combating climate change. Then we have emphasis on public participation and awareness. We see that the bill includes public awareness and consultation as guiding principles. This participatory approach is essential for garnering public support, fostering transparency, and promoting inclusive climate action. Then we noted areas of concern as well. In the first place, we see that there's ambiguity in carbon ownership. This is found in Part 6, Section 22 of the bill, where we say that while the bill based ownership of carbon in the President on behalf of the Republic, it lacks clarity on how this ownership interacts with private sector interests, especially for companies investing in carbon credits. And this lack of specificity could deter private investment in carbon markets. In the second place, we have the potential for bureaucratic complexity, where the bill introduces multiple layers of administration, including councils, technical committees, and departments. This can be found in Part 2, Sections 6 to 8. Our comment is that while these are vital for oversight, they may lead to delays in decision-making and implementation. In the third place, we have insufficient incentives for the private sector. While the bill mentions potential incentives for climate action found in Part 10, Section 42 of the bill, it lacks details on the types of incentives or mechanisms for their implementation. Then we have penalties and compliance enforcement, where we see that the bill includes various penalties for non-compliance. This can be found in Part 8, Sections 32 to 33, but lacks clarity on enforcement mechanisms. And we have limited integration with other development plans, where the bill does not clearly outline how climate goals will be harmonized with Zambia's broader development agenda, such as energy and agricultural policies. In the sixth place, we have long-term funding concerns, where we note that although the bill establishes a climate change fund, this can be found in Part 9, Section 34, there are potential issues regarding sustainability, especially if it relies heavily on government appropriations or external donations. In the seventh place, we have the limited access to carbon markets for small-scale players. This can be found in Part 6, Section 24, where we see that the bill's carbon credit provisions primarily target larger entities with complex requirements that small-scale players like local farmers and small businesses may struggle to meet. I'll move on to PMRC's recommendations. In the first place, we recommended clarifying carbon ownership and rights, where we say that to attract private sector involvement in carbon markets, the bill needs to specify the conditions under which ownership can be transferred or assigned. This is helpful to provide clarity for companies interested in carbon credit trading and foster a more attractive investment environment. Then the second recommendation is streamlining the administrative structure, where we see that when you consider consolidating some of the committees or assigning clear authority to a single body for specific functions, this tends to reduce bureaucratic overlap, as well as streamline processes and improve efficiency in implementing climate actions. The third recommendation is to define specific incentives for green investment, where we see that detailing specific incentives such ensure adherence to the bill's provisions, we need to enhance the training and resources available to compliance officers. We also need to consider establishing a dedicated enforcement unit within the Department of Green Economy and Climate Change to monitor and enforce regulations effectively. Then, in the fifth place, we have enhancing funding mechanisms for sustainability, where we've said that beyond government appropriations, there's need to explore partnerships with global green funds and regional climate finance institutions. Introducing green bonds or leveraging public-private partnerships would further provide sustainable and diversified funding sources. In the sixth place, we have ensuring cross-sector integration to prevent potential conflicts between climate and development goals. The bill needs to require all government policies, especially in energy, agriculture, and industrial development, to align with its climate objectives. And interministerial coordination framework could help in achieving this. Then lastly, we are simplifying carbon credit access for small-scale players. We've said that the bill should create a streamlined registration process for small-scale carbon credit projects, provide technical support, and encourage cooperative models. Simplifying access would boost local participation, economic benefits, and community involvement in Zambia's climate initiatives. In conclusion, the Green Economy and Climate Change Bill 2024 is a forward-thinking legislative framework that sets Zambia on a path to becoming a leader in sustainable development. By addressing climate change in a comprehensive manner and aligning with international agreements, the bill has the potential to advance Zambia's climate resilience and green economy. I submit.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson. My observation is that there's need to renew the certificate on the planting of bill from time to time. You've not indicated the time as what you would recommend as PMRC, the time for renewal of the certificate. Would you be able to highlight or to indicate what is your proposal or what is your indication or recommendation to the committee? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Congress. Madam.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I suppose this has to do with the controllers of and people that have to do with the pest controllers and various related facilities such as labs, nurseries, and warehouses. These are the certificates we're talking about now. So, right now, we don't really have a proposal of a time frame of when the renewal will be done.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have it on top of my head.
But we are proposing that it must be a renewable.
Yes. I mean, that's a proposal. It should be a renewable. A certificate should be renewable. This also has to do with issues of compliance and any other related issues. Maybe what if somebody has had so much penalties that have been that they have accrued, then there should be yes, the renewal of the certificate to look at how somebody would have performed in that particular period. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Another question. Honorable members. Madam Esther, we want to thank you most sincerely for your wonderful